Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with the K-Red interviews. Today I got on here John Kim. This dude is a businessman. He's willing to throw his name in the ring. I'll let him introduce himself.
Hello, my name is John Kim, running for Kenosha County Supervisor and for District 4. So just a little bit about me. I'm a small business owner. My family has done a Taekwondo school in Kenosha for 47 years, 48 years this year. And I'm also a accomplished Taekwondo Grandmaster. I have my 8th Dan, that's what we call it in the Taekwondo world.
So small business seems to be a very key for you. How do you think you're going to be able to help some small businesses as a county board supervisor?
I think, loosen regulations to make it easier for people to not only work for small businesses, because I mean, the biggest part is that, as again, being part of a small business, and like you said yourself, you always see my truck there. You always see that I'm there night, day, every minute of the hour. We also need employees. We need to make this a business friendly environment so that we can offer services so that it's easier to work for these small businesses and then even be partners in these small businesses. I mean, we don't want to do everything ourselves, but like ultimately, we need to be the ones that take responsibility for everything. If we had, good workers and people that we can bring in and trust, and then be able to even make them partners, willing to share, willing to share this burden. If you want to be part of that, and let's do it. Um, like I said, make it a friendly environment, regulation wise. I mean, being a small business, even to start one up, like I mean, you think it's hard to buy a house these days? Try starting a small business. You have to you have to jump through all these hoops. So let's see, and I understand that the regulations are there for a reason. Unfortunately, like there are some small businesses that are not probably the most. We always make legislation for the people that take advantage of everything.
Sure.
And that's the unfortunate part of that, and that's kind of why some of those regulations are there. But like if you have an honest business that's going to contribute to that community, then let's see what we can do to make that happen and explain things to you, give them education. Like if you're opening a small business, where do you go? How do you figure that out? Where is the um, at least the rule book? You find out. Typically, small businesses find out the rules after they break them, and then they're in trouble with it. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, no, it's true.
well,
It's true.
I didn't know that.
It's true.
Like it
Yeah.
would be nice if someone told us, like, hey, this is how things go. So, even with being on, being a supervisor on the board, like, just make things more transparent, make things clear. Let's make things, let them know what is available to them. I mean, for example, like we have a small business association that is in Parkside that anyone can walk off the street and take advantage of. You don't even have to pay money into, and they'll help fund some education of how to make a business plan, how to do this, how to do that. But again, the idea is that we want to make it easier for people to come into the community, have roots. Small businesses make the roots. It's not like the Starbucks, if something doesn't go right, then they can pull that out and go somewhere else where it's going to be a lot better. Okay, we'll wash our hands there. For a small business owner to actually open like a coffee shop, they want to put down roots. They want to know that people are there, that every cup of coffee is a loving cup of coffee for them. you know and so that's what I want to attract, I guess, is my point.